WWE's women's division. WWE's women's division. I've been meaning to do a rant on this for quite some time. I have, and honestly, I was analyzing the Sasha Bayley thing to see where it was going, and maybe it would pay me off to me why I changed my predictions and my assumptions and my observations. It has. The WWE Women's Division is god awful. It's on main roster. On NXT, it's pretty good. On main roster, it's trash. Let's start at the top of the card. Okay, we're not going to discuss the Sashas and the Baileys and the Beckys right now. We'll start at the top of the card. They're champions. On SmackDown Live, you have Carmella. So, on SmackDown Live, you have Carmella. Now, I'm all for giving people a chance. I'm all for, new blood. But Carmella as women's champion right now has done nothing for her. In fact, it's made me care less. And I kind of like Carmella in a certain way, but it's made me care less. It has made me care less. You look at what they're doing. The Charlotte initiative beating Asuka WrestleMania, which made me have almost a heart attack, because that should never have happened. Period. I don't care what anybody says. Charlotte is not better than Asuka and should not have beaten Asuka. Now, I understand that they wanted Carmella to cash in the briefcase. I understand. But given Carmella's body of work, honestly speaking, I'd have her fail. I would have had her fail. Why? Because she's done nothing. Now she's done, on television she's cut decent little promos, she's being this obnoxious heel character. That's fine. But she's not doing anything about, she's not doing anything with the title. On Monday Night Raw, you have Nia Jax, who, in my opinion, is complete garbage. Now, we're turning her back here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't she a babyface talking about, don't face your bullies? But here last night on Monday Night Raw, she's bullying some little girl in the ring. Are you? What? She's talking about the arm bar and how she can't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Asuka make you tap out to the arm bar? I think. She beat you, 4 times? I'm sure at one of those cases you did tap, but they're expecting me to forget all this, right? Now, I will say, most of my anger for the women's division becomes in the form of how they've treated Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Becky. Sasha Banks is, probably the best women's performer. And I'm not talking about I'm talking about overall performance and overall package in clowns. She is probably the best performer in all of WWE. I've always said this, and I've always been on the train that Sasha is better than Charlotte. I always liked Sasha better than Charlotte as well. Charlotte to me screams boring. Charlotte as babyface is like watching this paint dry on the back of my wall here. Boring. I think Sasha's a better performer. Now, I don't know if she's better than Asuka. I think Asuka is good in her own right, but I feel like Sasha just brings more energy to matches, even more than Asuka. And I love Asuka. What have they done with Sasha Banks? She has held that title 4 times, and all her reigns lasted less than 30 days, pretty much. And other than that, she's done nothing. Her Bayley feud has led to nothing. It's led to nothing. The WWE Women's Division is just complete debacle. Half the time, I don't even know what I'm watching on television. I don't. I see Sasha and I see Becky doing nothing, but I'm seeing Nia Jax, who is trash, and I'm seeing Carmella, who's also trash, reaping all the benefits. For what? For what? Yes, I said, it's fine to have fresh, but if you're terrible, you're terrible. Some people just aren't ready for that pedestal. People, talk about Alexa Bliss and she's not the great, and I agree, but she has something. She's she's basically the Miz. She has a great mouth. Does she deserve that super long title run? No, I don't think she did. In fact, I think she should have dropped it to Sasha Banks. Had Sasha go on this nice tirade, turn her heel, have her feud with Bayley. And then I would have preferred Asuka versus Sasha at WrestleMania, with Asuka taking the championship instead of Charlotte versus Asuka, because like I said, Charlotte to me is boring. You have Ronda Rousey. The WWE wanted to play this off as if we don't want to give her a title shot. So what way can we give her a title shot soon without her seeming like, we're just giving her just because she's Ronda Rousey? We'll have the challenger challenge her. You're not fooling me, WWE. I know what you're trying to do. Will she win the title? Who knows? But you turn Nia Jax heel. I guess she's going to be heel. Bullying some girl, which, if I remember correctly, she was babyface all but a couple months ago, saying defeat your bullies, and if you're bullied by someone, you punch them in the mouth, and all this political bullshit. And then on Monday Night Raw, you have her basically bully some enhancement amateur talent, probably a major wrestler in the indies, but some enhancement talent in the ring, like a piece of garbage. And she, now I will say she sounded good, but do you care? The champions on those divisions don't give me a shed of care of what they're doing on television. In fact, none of the women give me any care what they're doing on television. Asuka versus Carmella. Do you care? In reality, who should win that match? Asuka should squash Carmella in seconds. Will it happen? Probably not. But do you care? And this is the problem with the women's division. This whole little video is the problem. No one cares about what any of these women are doing on WWE television, Raw or SmackDown. And it's sad when you have such a great roster: Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, Bayley, Naomi, Natalya. Now you got Ronda Rousey, you got Mickie James, you got Asuka. And yet, people are just either miscast or have nothing. Iconics. You have Billie Kay losing to Lana. What? What sense does that make? Lana is not. What has she done? Nothing. You have Dana Brooke, who hasn't won a match in decades. Now you have Ruby Riott and the Riott Squad, which to me is complete garbage. I don't understand why they still around. Ruby is good in her own right. Liv Morgan's good to look at, and Sarah Logan, I don't even care. When she speaks, my TV goes on mute. Trash. What are they doing with the women's division? I see stagnant things. I'm seeing people who's on top who doesn't deserve it. What has Nia Jax done to deserve a women's title match? Do you know? When she got the match with Alexa Bliss, she's literally only won one match. One match. Against enhancement talent. She lost 7 times to Asuka. But yet she gets a women's title match at WrestleMania, and who gave a shit match? This video is short and simple. The whole point is the women's division needs to shake up. WWE needs to get the women in their right roles. I love Sasha Banks. She should be heel. Charlotte needs to go back heel. She is god awful as babyface Charlotte. I don't care if people like saying woo. I don't care. She is gosh awful as a babyface. Get her back on the heel side ASAP. Asuka, she needs that championship and she needs to go on a run and terror ASAP. Let's get her back to where she was in NXT. Sasha Banks should turn heel, or Bayley. I would love to see a Bayley heel turn. If they wanted to keep Sasha face because whatever reason, and turn Bayley heel, I'll be fine with that because it'd be something completely different. Something needs to happen there. That's a feud that's been sitting there for years, and WWE main roster television has done nothing with it. Natalya put over talent. Ronda Rousey, honestly, I'm going to be the most unpopular guy. I could give 2 shits about what Ronda Rousey does on main television right now. Uninteresting. She comes out. Do I care? No. Nia Jax, if she's heel, that mic work she was doing, it was funny to me. She basically bullied a little girl after complaining about being bullied by Alexa Bliss. So that basically makes everything that's Alexa Bliss said in her blissful or into whatever the fuck it was called, her little blissful moments, true. Everything she said in her little moment of bliss, there we go, moment of bliss, is true about Nia Jax based on last night. So is Alexa Bliss gonna turn babyface? I wouldn't put it past WWE to do it. Who needs to win Money in the Bank for the women? I don't know. If it was me, I give it to Becky. You give Asuka the championship. Have Asuka run tirade. You can even have her beat Becky Lynch while Becky Lynch is babyface as Money in the Bank. Just in some one-on-one match. Do a Charlotte Asuka rematch. Whenever. I don't care. Have Asuka defeat Charlotte as it should have happened at WrestleMania. And then bang. Becky Lynch can come out, turn heel, cash in, beat Asuka. Asuka's already lost, so she can lose again. That's what I would do. If not Becky Lynch, I wouldn't give it to Ember Moon. I mean, it'd be nice for her, but with the way the champions are on Raw, someone come and say, yeah, I want to challenge you a certain day as a baby face. I don't care to see Nia Jax versus Ember Moon. Now she holds the title. We get a Sasha Banks in there who's a heel. But there's no signs to turn her heel. Nia Jax is a heel. And if they give Ronda the championship at Money in the Bank, she's not losing that belt for quite some time. Unless someone does cash on. People have been saying Natalya should win the Money in the Bank briefcase. No. Why does Natalya need to win the Money in the Bank briefcase? Start someone with Ronda Rousey? No, she don't need that. She doesn't need to start anything with Ronda Rousey. Or she don't need to win the Money in the Bank to start someone with Ronda Rousey if that's what WWE wants to go with. Do they want to go with this? I don't know. I hope. I mean, it'd be a good match. Natalya can wrestle. My hope is for Becky Lynch to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, cashing in on Asuka, turning heel, and we get a new, fresh Becky Lynch on main roster television. WWE needs to shape up their women's division. This shit is god-awful. And then when it gets to a point where no one cares, see, it's sad. At first, I hated. Now, I just don't care. And when I'm on watching WWE television and you don't care, that's worse than hating. It's like Roman Reigns. I don't care. When Roman comes out, I pan away, I walk away, I do other things. I'll go watch fucking Sesame Street on television while Roman Reigns, depending on who's in the ring with. Because then if it's Seth Rollins, then I have to watch for Rollins. Not paying attention to what Reigns is saying. But when you don't care, it's worse than care. And right now, this whole entire women's division, I honestly don't care. Even though I like Sasha, and I like these people. But what they're doing on television right now, maybe things will change after Money in the Bank. Right now, I don't care, and WWE needs to fix that. They need to fix it with the women's division. You have too much talent in that women's division to be floundering around, giving us garbage television, 6-man tags every week for what? Friendships, partnerships. Let's be friends. No. Every woman on that roster should be fighting for the championship. No friends. If you're not going to introduce women tag team belts, which, unless they're going to do both brands, they shouldn't, then there's no need for friendship. That's all I want to say about the women. It was a little rant. I've been wanting to get it out there for a while. Hopefully WWE fixes what they're doing with Money in the Bank. We see some change in women's division. I don't care about Ronda versus Nia. I don't care about Carmella versus Asuka. Ultimately, I just don't. And when they women come on, I play on my computer, I twiddle my thumbs, I'm reading books. That's all I have to say about this. Check out the YouTube channel, Wild Fang Gaming, here on YouTube. I am, of course, Darkwave, and I'll catch you all on the flip side with maybe some game review. I don't know what I'm going to review yet. It's been hectic over here on work. But just stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later. I crush your health, some kind of uncomfortable every day, every night. Shit, let's be crazy now. Get out.